Hi, I'm Lost, and today I'm going to show you how to make slime. This is the very first episode of Mess Makers, and here we specialize in making messes. That's what we're good at, and that's what we love. So today, this slime uses Xanthan Gum. Xanthan Gum is basically a dehydrated cell husk, and it's pretty much a powder. I've got some right here. And it's used in a lot of health, beauty, food products to thicken stuff. So what we're going to do is use a lot of it and a little bit of water to make it really thick and to get it going. So I've got 2 teaspoons right here. That's 2 teaspoons and 2 cups of water, and we're just going to mix it together. You can add food dye to it. This is a completely body-safe, non-toxic slime. There's no borax, no nothing else in it. It's literally just xanthan gum and water. And food coloring if you choose so. You can not use it if you want and just have kind of a clear, opaque, it's slightly white, creamy color. You can add the food dye at any point in the whole process. It doesn't matter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do this. So I've already got the xanthan gum here. I've got 2 cups of, well, now it's warm water. The hotter the better. It doesn't mix well with cold. It mixes better with hot water. You can use boiling water, but if you use boiling water, I would recommend setting it aside and letting it set for a little bit and cool down. That being said, I've got some lukewarm water here, so all we have to do is just pour it right in. So we pour that in, put that aside, and I've got my electric mixer here. So let's go ahead and get this mix in. So as you can see here, it gets kind of chunky because it doesn't like to blend very well in the beginning. It takes a long time to kind of get it going. I've only blended it here for a couple minutes, and usually when I do, it tends to stick on the tines here of the mixing machine. This time, thankfully, it didn't. You'll just want to mix it for longer, or you can let it set. If you let it set for a while, it's not going to be warm or hot or whatever temperature you have it at, but most of the chunks will kind of just dissolve away and thicken. It'll get a thicker consistency as well since that's happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some food coloring here. So I've actually got 2 types of food colorant here. I've got your standard like one that you buy in the box, drippy drip, and then I've also got an icing one, which is more of a thicker gel. It's more concentrated, it's a little more expensive, but a little goes a long way with this stuff. So I'm actually just gonna use my chopstick. That's even way too much for this. So let's just go ahead and do just a little whoop. That might be too much for this. So let's see how it comes out. All right, so the color went in. It's kind of a light purple. If I wanted it darker, I could add more, but you don't want to add too much because it can stain your skin or anything you put it on, depending on the food colorant you use or colorant or whatever you put in. So I'm not going to put any more in. Oh, I can see it. Yeah, it's really easy to get on your hands. And it doesn't like to come off. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this for a bit. It's still a little chunky, as you can see, but if you notice, the slime started climbing up the tines of the mixer blades here. So that's what we want. The thicker it is, the better for me at least. I like really thick slime. If you want a thinner slime, just use less xanthan gum or add more water. If you want a thicker slime, use more xanthan gum, less water, or you can add more xanthan gum to your already made mix. It just might take a little longer to mix it since most of the water's been absorbed already. It's a little difficult to mix in there, so it might take a little longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix the rest of this up. When I get it to a consistency I like, I will go ahead and stop it there. All right, so I finished mixing it here, and as you can see, this is the final consistency. There's still some little chunks in here. You can keep mixing it longer, or like I said, you can let it sit and stay, and it'll just kind of thicken itself. But for right now, this is basically it. You can just go ahead and grab it and look at that. Blorb. Blorb. Look at that. That is like some nice slime. Blorb. You can add more xanthan gum to make it even thicker than this. So you see how it kind of like, it's not stringy, it's more blorpy. I guess it's more blorpy. You can get it stringier by adding more. I only use 2 teaspoons in this. You could add a whole nother teaspoon. Just play around with it and find a consistency that you like. Just know that the more that you add, the longer you're gonna have to mix it. Otherwise, it's gonna be kind of chunky. You can scale this up as much as you want. I've made 5-gallon buckets of this before. Usually I just make this little bowl full, and that's enough for me. But I mean, if you really want to go ham, make a 5-gallon bucket. Just scale it up. Use more xanthan gum. As for xanthan gum, you can find that in the section of your store where they keep like the gluten-free kind of stuff. I think it's like Bob's Mills or Red Mills or something is what I use. It's just what's on hand. If you can't find it there, you might have to order it online.
So that's how you make slime from xanthan gum. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Lost Cause. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Comment you like it, comment you don't like it. I don't care. Let me know. If there's something you want to see, go ahead and let me know. If there's like any specific kind of recipe that you're interested in and you don't have the means to try it, let me know. I'm always on the search for new and fun, messy recipes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you go ahead and try and make your very own slime. This is some fun stuff. I make this all the time just to play with. I mean, I absolutely love this stuff. I mean, look at that. That's so much fun. Whop. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you again soon.